I'll catch you in 10 minutes. I just want to chat to the phone. Come stand up and dummy. Stand up.
Hartlike goeie môre of middag en welkom by hierdie uitsending regstreeks vanaf die Wynberg Rugby fees waar King Edward daar van Johannesburg gaan kragte meet met Rondebosch. Jammer vir die laat uitsending, die wedstryd is maar nog net 'n paar sekondes aan die gang. En ek is hier saam met Rowan. Rowan, ons het al lekker rugby gesien vanoggend.
We've really been treated to an amazing few games so far. We've got Rondebosch here, just down the road. Big friends of Wynberg against King Edward High School of Johannesburg in the red team. And penalty going there in favour of Rondebosch. Shouldn't be a too difficult attempt if they do kick for posts. I must say, it's freezing. I'm absolutely frozen.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It looks sunny on the screen, but it's we're sitting in the shade and it's chilly. I mean, it's we can feel it, but fantastic for rugby. I mean, it's not about us. It's about the players on the field, and I think it's nice, fantastic conditions for rugby, and we've seen it thus far in the previous matches. Rondebosch now feeding this line out. No score as yet. Nicely taken.
Yeah, we must apologise. We haven't been given team sheets for this. We should be getting them shortly. And it's the first points of the game. Wonderful work try there by Rondebosch. Let's see who it is. I think it's the hooker, the man that put the ball in. Let's have a look. Very well worked try. Yes, it is indeed the hooker of Rondebosch. And the score's 5-0. With the conversion to come. You know, it's all the games we've seen so far, if they have a strong set piece, it does help.
Yeah, the match that was just concluded was the match between Jeppy Boys and the Huguenote. The score there is 60 to Jeppy Boys to the I think 15th of Huguenote. It was a fantastic match to watch. You can still watch it online. It will be uploaded within the next couple of minutes. Please do yourself a favor and watch the first half at least of Jeppy Boys. It was just an exhibition of fantastic schoolboy rugby. Well-coached team, and there's some brilliant stars. Look out for the 8th man and number 13, Similani, which had fantastic teams. Now we're looking at this number 12 for Rondebosch trying to convert this try. Fantastic kick, but there's a little bit of wind blowing across the field, so it's difficult conditions for the kickers. Rondebosch just scored the first try. We almost 3 minutes into this match, and it should be a fantastic matchup between these two schools.
Restart by King Edward. Lovely hanging kick there, well gathered by Rondebosch. Side that's really impressed so far this season. They're playing really good rugby. And sealing that ball off or going off their feet, I think the call was by the referee, and KES have the opportunity to put some points on the board. Nope, they're opting for the line out. I think Henny, you've jinxed that. You've told it it's unachievable, so they went for the touch.
Yeah, in the first 4 matches from that exact spot, we've never seen a conversion, and there's been at least 10 attempts. You can't convert from there, so I told Rowan they shouldn't be trying that kick for the line or skip the conversion altogether, because it's just not possible. So let's see. KES feeding it. Nice taken in the line out by the the lock there. Unfortunately, at this stage, we still don't have names. We hope to get them shortly, so that we can use that.
Well fielded there by King Edward, securing the ball and getting their scrum off some good position and good time behind the pack. The eighth man catching the centre in possession, and referees called them back to original infringement, the first infringement. Scrum
Number
off
9
with a
taking
quick
a quick tap.
Amazes me how many times it's not taken on the right spot.
Going for the line out instead. Good call, because as I said, it's impossible to convert from there, or we've not seen it in four matches up to now, or 3 matches. So let's see. Nice line out take there from KES. Can they get the driving maul going now? The support is coming, but Rondebosch is defending well. They've stolen it.
Defending like Trojans on their line. Quite surprised they didn't kick there, but seems like they want better field position.
Trying to go blind, but unfortunately losing that ball forward. And a penalty to Rondebosch.
Rondebosch, as ever, a side that's got good structures, good basics, just a hard side. It's one of those teams you hate to play against.
I must say, Rowan, in the previous match we struggled to see the numbers of the guys, JP with their yellow numbers on their striped shirts. Now we can clearly see the numbers. Now we don't have the names.
I've been told we'll get them shortly. Do apologise, guys. There's certain things at schoolboy rugby that are just not achievable, but we're trying our best. Just be patient. It's the try scorer with a feed. Beautifully taken there by number 7 flank for Rondebosch, and a lovely hard-working pack here, working as a unit. King Edward resisting, but the ascendancy is still with Rondebosch.
Yeah, King Edward is the home of Brian Abana, old boy of King Edward, so they should be used to running the ball. The Rondebosch guy there, maybe just too quick off the mark, lost his footing.
Gee whiz,
that's messy.
Two very big wayward passes there that have unnecessarily put Rondebosch under some pressure.
Some relief at least. Rondebosch struggling to get out of their half at the moment. KES doing well.
Guess the net result, considering those 2 scrappy passes and the wind, not too bad for Rondebosch. I think they'd love to have play the game further down in the field of King Edward, but they at least kick the ball out. KES with a feed. Look at the pods lining up in the back line, Henny. You got forward and back standing together. But I guess it all starts when you have to put the ball in straight. Was that not straight? No. The referee says it is squiff.
Yeah, I think the wind is having a say more and more. We started 8 o'clock this morning in the match between Tygerberg and Uppington, and it was just no wind to speak of. Still very chilly. This is quite a cold wind blowing here, but. In the previous match, it didn't seem to bother Jeppy at all. They played beautiful running rugby. Let's hope to see more of that in this match.
The last game Rondebosch played that we covered was against Wynberg. It was wonderful. We had ex-pro Clint van Rensburg commentating on behalf of Rondebosch, and Shikumbusha Noche, the Stormers flanker, who did the commentary from a Wynberg perspective, which is wonderful to listen to. I was actually at the game the night before where the Stormers played against the Sunwolves, and Mr. Noche scored 2 beautiful tries, was awarded man of the match, and the next day commentating on School Sport Live. We're blessed to have him and Clint doing the commentary for us. It's also a lot of scope. Anyone who is out there feels that they want to have a stint at the commentary, send us a direct message. We've got Mondays. Anyone in Cape Town who feels that they have a bit of a budding commentary vibe that they'd like to have a go at, please do contact us, and save Henny and myself having to comment 5-6 games in a row. It'd be lovely if we could have a representative of each school so they actually know the team players, a bit of the history, etc. So, but we'll try our best. No one's been forthcoming yet.
Ja, ook vir die van julle wat van ver af kyk, volg gerus die Twitter School Sport Live en stuur vir ons julle boodskappe. Ons wil graag van julle wil hoor. For the old boys from afar, and Rondebosch now attacking from deep. Fantastic play from Rondebosch. It's their number 9, looking for support. He's getting it in the form of a very stocky and strong wing. Unfortunately, we don't have the name sheets yet. But what a period of play there from their own goal line, so to speak. They started running Rondebosch, and a fantastic interplay, and I would like to see that replay.
Henny, I don't know, we'll give you his name in a minute, but I must say that Rondebosch Wynberg game, that right winger was prominent. His name kept popping up, and if I can remember correctly, he was the unofficial man of the match as well. He was just incredible. I think he was playing 14 that day, and I was playing 15. Was that try scorer 15 or 14?
No, it was 14. There he is.
14.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yes, he looks strong. That number 14, he looks very strong. And the conversion is good. So that means Rondebosch now leading this match 12 points to 0. They're playing King Edward, KES as they informally known, the home of Brian Abana up in Johannesburg. Also, as they start play, nice hanging kick there from the fly-off. Rondebosch waiting for it.
Nice little work there by the number 9. If I'm not mistaken, Nick Groom was the number 9 for the Stormers. Was it Rondebosch?
Yeah, it's interesting, KES with all the territory at the moment, but Rondebosch leading the scoreboard.
Was this numbers? Was it skew? Skew.
Fantastic. We just got some names.
Should we go straight to that try scorer? Manani. Is that right?
It looks like it. Manani. Amani Manani or Amani Manani. It's unfortunately a handwritten team sheet. So we will try our best. We hope this is as close as correct as possible. Let's just look at it. It's now fed by Davis, the vice captain of Rondebosch.
The danger man I was referring to earlier that popped up the other game was Mike Mabovana. He was sensational against Wynberg.
The number 15.
Number 15, really being good. And then Robbie Davis is the vice captain at number 9. He's done very well so far. Hard work there by give me a sec to pronounce it. Thomas de Rosenweth. Is it Rosenworth? De Rosenworth. Handwritten.
Yeah, look at number 10. We've got James Van. I think there's something missing. It could be Van. I've never heard of it, but it'll... Van Rensburg.
There we go.
That's better. So we've got his full surname now. Number 10 for Rondebosch, James Van Rensburg.
Got the feed by number 2, Ajmuddin. And the hookers all struggling with their lineouts now. Golden rule when the wind blows, what do we do as a hooker?
Well, you pray, first of all. And yeah, maybe try the front of the line out. Don't try and be flashy with your line out play. But then, I mean, it's also they've got all their set moves from the set play, and most of the attacking moves start from the back of the line out. So you tend to try that in any event. So it is difficult. If you're joining us from afar, please send us your tweets at School Sport Live. We'd love to hear from you. If you've got some inside info into these schools or into the players, it's on the screen now at School Sport Live. And let us know. We would love to hear from you.
I see from the previous game that Eighthman that went off injured, he's from Jeppy, still a little bit sore. I see the headmaster's been chatting to him as well. Got a physio working very hard, but he looks in a bit of agony still, but which is very sad, because he was one of the star players in that previous match. Good touch finder there by King Edward. I think that is Mark Morrison, number 10 for King Edward. Got the hooker Tyron Dixon throwing. His lock pairing is Munro and Pinar. And eighth man is Eckhart Klutter. Let's see where it goes. Oh, Rondebosch won it off.
Stolen by Rondebosch, and now the number 2, Atmudin. He's also the try scorer.
Very hard work there by Sali, number 8 for Rondebosch. Is this the danger man?
Straight up in the air. Is it Mavoyana?
I think it's
KES
Mike
now
Movana.
waiting for it. Marusi waiting for it. Out to Morrison. Morrison, a long pass out there to Kennedy Mpeku. Marusi. Beautiful play there.
Mabuza.
Mabuza, the number 1 for KES. Unfortunately, the ball goes to ground. Now it's Rondebosch trying to attack from deep.
Referee's blown his whistle. We're just trying to see. He hasn't put a hand in the air, so we're not sure. A knock on by King Edward. And Rondebosch with a feed. Just a quick run through the forward pack of Rondebosch. De Rosenworth, Ajmuddin and Horrigan are the front row. We've got Trudeau and Goatley as 4 and 5, and your loose trio is the captain Schenker, number 7 is Robertson, and Salih's number 8. Got Davies and Van Rensburg, was it? That were the 9 and 10.
Van Rensburg.
We've got our wingers, Stevens and Minani. Our centre pairing, we got Sam Craig and DJ Falconer. And danger man Mike Movana on fullback. And then for King Edward, we got Mavuza, Dixon and Keegan Glade. Lock pairing of Munro and Pinar. We got Berman, Johnson and Klutter. That's your 6, 7 and 8. Marusi, number 9. Mark Morrison, number 10. Mpo Kabule is number 11. Calvin Millis and Mpeku, 12 and 13. Mpeku, another Mpeku, is number 14, Leon Mpeku, and Temba Mpemvu is number 15. While we got Morrison kicking for the line, the rest of KES, we've got Whitcomb, number 16, Woolway at 17, Taplin at 18, Masipa at 19, Clark at 20, Halula at 21, Tyler Hayward at 22. We've got the feed here by Tyron Dixon for King Edward. Very well taken there. I'm not sure if there's Eckhart Klutter, the 8th man. Looked like it.
Beautiful move. Unfortunately, forward there. KES really looking dangerous when they're in an attacking position.
I think Kambule thought he was in for all the money there.
Quick tap from KES. Now forwards joining, and it's Marusi waiting. Marusi out to Morrison. Long pass out. Breaking to the inside.
Oh, very well
unbelievable try there. The offload.
Looked
in
like
true Sunny Bull fashion.
Mpeku seems like he gave the offload. I'm trying to see the try scorer.
It's just what this game needs is KES setting at a light, which now happened. What was interesting, Rowan, they had a kicking position where we believe you cannot kick from, and they decided to take the quick tap, and they got a try. So maybe that's
Absolutely. Try scorer there, Temba Mpemvu, but not made possible without the lovely offload by Kennedy Mpeku. And we've got Mark Morrison, who's going to attempt the conversion and see if he can make it 7 points to 12. At the moment, we've got Rondebosch 12 and King Edward have got 5. He's unfortunately missed the conversion. So 12 points to 5 it is in favour of Rondebosch. Got about 15 minutes left in this, or 14 minutes left in this first half.
This game is evenly poised. I think KES currently enjoying the territory advantage, but Rondebosch leading on the scoreboard. KES maybe slightly favoured by the wind at the moment. Not much, but they, at least they have a bit of the wind advantage. And Rondebosch now starting play.
Couldn't see who that was. I think it was Berman, Thomas Berman, if I'm not mistaken.
It looks like Thomas Berman, yeah. Morrison now setting his speedsters into space at the back. Oh, that man is dangerous. He showed it before. Unfortunately, backwards intercepted.
Minani,
the try scorer, number 14 for Rondebosch. He's a strong fella. Is that number 10, Van Rensburg, who started play again for Rondebosch. James Van Rensburg. Now in the midfield, it looks like Zaka Sali. And now it's that number 14 for Rondebosch, Minani. He looks an impressive player. You say you've seen him before, Rowan, against Wynberg or somebody?
Yes, I've seen him a few times, and he was just incredible against Wynberg. He ripped them to shreds. Just been given a note here. We got 2 of the first team players from last year. They played for Rondebosch. They're watching from Kent in London. It's Jamie King and Nick Potgieter. Jamie and Nick, hope you're enjoying it, mate. It's probably about the same temperature here as what it is in London at the moment, but our meat's still better. Have a cold one and watch the game and enjoy it. So far, Rondebosch doing well. They were leading 12 points to 5.
Are they KES old boys or
no? Those I remember them from Rondebosch from last year. Yes.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, Nick was a scrum half, if I remember. Drop us a tweet if I'm right or wrong. School Sport Live.
Is he an English potgieter or Afrikaans potgieter?
You know it goes at Rondebosch. They're all English potgieters.
No, I know there's quite a few Afrikaans boys that go to Rondebosch. I just absolutely love that school. I mean, they also a client of alumnet.co.za who sponsors this broadcast. Please go and have a look there. And old Andre Ross is doing a sterling job for the old boys. I've visited him quite a few times, and I just love watching rugby at Rondebosch. Rondebosch now in an attacking position. They haven't spent much time in the last 10 minutes.
That man, Ajmuddin, he wants his name on the team sheet again, doesn't he?
He scored already.
Referee says it's held up, and Rondebosch retain the feed. He's a lively little hooker, isn't he? As all hookers should be. Another little shout out. We've got the Dubisson brothers watching from the USA, from Nashville, Charleston, Pensacola. How's it, guys? Hope you both well and enjoying the rugger.
Ja, vir julle moet ek dalk net 'n bietjie Afrikaans praat. Julle mis seker die taal. Welkom daar uit die land van die wat is dit die groot appel.
Thanks, Caroline Fowler, as helpful as ever. Thank you very much. Rondebosch still on the attack, looking good. Little flip pass, and that's Ajmuddin.
Oh, he's a lively hooker. He's in the mix of things all the time. Now waiting for a Davies, the vice captain, number 9, trying himself.
Must say this KES defense is really holding well, Henny.
They're looking good. But it's a dangerous position for them. Davies now out of the maul, waiting for it.
That's a big, strong centre.
That's a big unit, that guy.
DJ Falconer.
DJ Falconer.
You almost felt when he got the ball that it's going to take a hang of an effort to stop him from getting over the whitewash. Very well done there, DJ Falconer.
Yeah, well done. It's a interesting match so far, because I definitely feel that KES had the territory advantage for most of this game so far, but every time Rondebosch got into the red zone, so to speak, they managed to score.
What's the thought? Rondebosch had an amazing season last year, didn't they, Henny? What's the thought from the Boland schools? Are they still a revered school, aren't they?
Rondebosch they're always up there. They're always on the day. They can beat any team. It's a fantastic school. I mean all these schools, but I know them personally very well. I know quite a few old boys. I visited the school quite a few times, and I just love the setup there. They're a nice bunch of guys, and always a difficult team to beat on the day. I mean, yeah, as you know, in this neck of the woods, most Saturdays are wet, wet underfoot, and they used to that conditions. I mean, they play very well in those conditions. KES now restarting, and Rondebosch looking to attack from deep. Well done by that 8-man.
Sully.
He's running out of his boots. Davies. That was a fantastic break by the 8th-man, Sully.
Seems like there's the ever smallest little knock on there. Yeah, he's been lively the whole match so far, hasn't he? Him and Ajmuddin, well, actually the whole pack's hunted together very well.
Look at this number 13. Is a big centre.
Falconer,
who just scored that magnificent try about 3 minutes ago. We'd love to see more ball coming his way. But they've got a nice attacking backliner. That number 14 was impressed, Minani. And also, according to you, this number 15 of them, which I haven't seen, Mavuyana.
I think they call him Magic Mike, if I heard correctly.
Magic Mike.
It's he's got twinkle toes.
Oh, he's Mike Mavuyana. He hasn't seen much ball, so I can't really. But I've seen Minani, the number 14 wing. He scored a beautiful try, and he's been immense in attack. But KES with a little bit of a win advantage. Maybe that's why they enjoyed the territory thus far. But Rondebosch looking dangerous as soon as they get a sniff of any points.
Just while we have that interruption in play, just got a tweet from John Curry. It says, Rondebosch, old boy, watching from West Yorkshire in the UK. Keep going, Bosch. Thanks, John. Really appreciate it. Do us a favour and just copy the URL of this and send it to all the other old Rondebosch boys. We'll also be covering the games on Monday, so all the links are already preloaded, so you can actually watch them and copy them and set reminders. just follow us on School Sport Live. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll get automatic reminders if you click on it. Just to have a look, I'll let you know. Rondebosch will actually be playing Windhoek on Monday, and Rondebosch play at 12 o'clock.
And also, I mean, if you like your rugby, please also watch some of the other games. You'll be mightily impressed by the quality of rugby. The match just before this one was Jeppy playing against Igenote from Wellington, and I said to Rowan, it's one of the better school outfits I've seen thus far in Jeppy's performance. Especially the first half, they just looked a complete unit. Please have a look. It's fantastic to watch, and it's fantastic from School Sport Live, who makes this available not only live, but the games stay up on YouTube so you can watch it after the fact as well. Strong scrum there from KES. Looks like a evenly matched up front battle between Mabuza, Dixon, Glade from KES, and Rosenworth, Ajmuddin, and Horrigan from Rondebosch.
Rondebosch still has the feed. We've got Robbie Davies feeding the ball. Let's see what Sali's going to do off the back. Full-on penalty. That's binding. Let's see if Morrison can use the wind to good effect. Nice touch finder there by Morrison.
For all the old boys from watching from afar, you'll be glad to know that it is bitterly cold here at the moment, or I don't know if it's just us thinking that, but it is quite chilly. So even though it looks quite sunny on the screen, it is chilly, but fantastic weather for rugby, and the schoolboys, they've given us the best champagne rugby that you can hope for in these 4 matches thus far.
Huge tackle there.
Huge tackle. Was it number 5 of Rondebosch? Hilton Goatley.
See the Thomas Berman got iced in the tackle there, and Morrison feeding the ball down the back line. We've got Kluter working very hard, the 8th man of. And this back line does look dangerous. Looks like they just need a little bit of space, and the 14-15 Mpeku and Mpemvu for King Edward have really looked good. Great counter-rucking there by Rondebosch. Morrison to
Sully, this live wire number 8 of Rondebosch. Unfortunately, but I think KES in the early stages, I see the same thing that we've seen in previous matches. They look dangerous at the back, but there's a lot of forward standing in the back, which could, I mean, just affect the rhythm negatively. Unfortunately, that kick, the wind playing its role, so that kick is going over the dead ball line.
You've got to feel that's a loss there. They could have got themselves nice field position there.
And that's half time. The score here from live from Wynberg. Rondebosch playing KES, King Edward from Johannesburg. The score now 17 for Rondebosch to the 5 of King Edward. Fantastic matchup here. 2 similar playing styles. In the first half, to me, King Edward definitely had the territory advantage. But Rondebosch looks dangerous as soon as they get a sniff of the try line, and they scored a couple of wonderful tries. Stars to watch out for, in my mind, I've seen Minani, the number 14 winger of Rondebosch, looks very dangerous. Robbie Davis, the vice captain and scrum half, he's a nice little nippy scrum half for Rondebosch. The 8th man, Zaka Sali, he had a wonderful break already, and he's playing a wonderful match. On the KES side, Rowan, anybody that caught your eye there?
I think the eighth man's worked really hard, and so is that's Eckhard Klutti. Actually, the whole loose trio of Thomas Berman, Calvin Johnson, and Klutti have worked very well. We've had some nice quick service by Ricky Marusi, the scrum half, to his fly half Mark Morrison, who unfortunately just overcooked that last kick there. But to me, the guys that have really looked good and as that 11, 14, 15, Mpemvu, Mpeku, and Kanbule, I thought they've looked very, very dangerous.
That's right. I also have to mention on the Rondebosch side, DJ Falconer. He scored a fantastic try. He's a big unit, strong outside centre, and he looks dangerous as soon as he got hold of any ball. And with Minani on his outside, I look forward to the second half as they will be playing on our side of the field, and so does Mpo Kanbule of KES. I would love to see a bit more of him when he plays on our side of the field. If you are watching from afar, please go and have a tweet at School Sport Live and tell us where you're watching from. If you know any of these boys or any of the history of the schools, please let us know. It will be fantastic to hear from you. And enjoy this live feed brought to you from School Sport Live and sponsored by alumnet.co.za. Alumnet is an online cloud solution for any alumni. Both these teams currently playing King Edward as well as Rondebosch are already clients of Alumnet and benefiting in communicating to the old boy community as well as giving them the ability to network amongst each other, organize reunions, keeping them up to date with scores, etc. From some of the earlier matches we watched, there was 8 o'clock this morning. We started already with Tygerberg playing Uppington. Tygerberg being victorious there in the last minute. We've seen Belleville against Walvis Bay. Belleville being victorious in that one. And then we saw the Jeppe Huguenot match just before this one. It was a bit of a one-sided affair. Jeppe beating Huguenot by 60 points to 15. And that is one of the matches, in my mind, the match of the day so far, especially the first half. The first half of Jeppe was just something fantastic to watch. A well-drilled and polished unit. Do yourself a favor and watch that game if you can. And then in this game, it's a pretty evenly match, as I say, even though scoreboard-wise, Rondebosch is leading with a good margin of 12 points. They will have the advantage in the second half with some wind at the back that could help them. We saw that KES enjoyed the territory advantage in the first half, so maybe that will now turn around and be in the favor of Rondebosch.
Absolutely, Henny. I see the coaching staff of King Edward having stern words with the boys. 17 points to 5 in Rondebosch's favor. Just got a tweet in from Vivian Adams. Thanks, Alumnet SA, ZA, and School Sport Live for all the games from Strand. And then we've got Nicholas Potgieter. Good first half, Bosch. Time for a cold one at John Curry. Definitely time for a cold one. Always time for a cold one.
Ja, dankie aan Vivian Adams daar uit die strand. Wat ons ook volg daar en geniet die wedstryde saam met ons.
Henny, and after this we've got Bishops against Windhoek. We're scrambling for team sheets for that already.
Oh, fantastic. It'll be a first to start the match with the team sheet.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's hopefully on Monday we'll have a commentator from a representative from each school, which will obviously be able to provide more insight from a commentary point of view, and also team sheets. It does help as a commentator.
It's also difficult for the, I think, for the coaching staff. I think they come with a group of players, and they're not 100% sure who the teams are going to be. So we're not blaming anybody. We're trying our best, and if you can just excuse us for making a couple of mistakes as we go along, then we're all happy.
Absolutely. And as we say that to the right of your screen, we've got KES under 14, 15, 16 sides that are here, doing a little war cry, urging their first team on. Lovely take by Bosch on the far side of the field. Little slip there, but Davies, it looks like Kluter, the 8th man, who's thrown a bit of a high pass. Referee says continue playing.
Yeah, it looked like a knock-on, but he gives them the advantage, so then you take it.
It's a replacement player, Ryan Clark, that's on the field.
Yeah, KES scrum half now joining is Marusi. Marusi changing direction of attack now. Forwards joining, Marusi waiting. And he gives it to Hilton Coatley. Aggressive player, that Hilton Coatley. Marusi waiting. And he gives it to the substitute number 20. Looks like Matthew Grobler, excuse me. Matthew Grobler. Offside play adjudicated there by the referee. And now penalty to KES. And they can most probably just try and kick it out in touch.
This is Ryan Clark. Can't see who he's come on for. I think he's come on for number 10, Morrison. So Ryan Clark taking over the duties of kicking from Mark Morrison. Yes, there we can see number 10 sitting under the Standard Bank gazebo. We've got Dixon with a feed. To me, Clark's really been good. Sorry, Kluter has been good in the first half. Let's see if it goes to him, number 8. No. It looked like Pinar or Munro. No, it went to Johnson. Feed through. Clark. Getting up the advantage line. Kluter back to his scrum half. Referee says they went 10 yards and penalty to, and it's Kluter going for the line. Has he got it down? Looks like he knocked it on. Let's see what the referee says.
Penalty try.
Referee says he wasn't 10 yards and has given a penalty try, which is a little strange to all the supporters, yeah?
Yeah, but I think it's maybe just what this game needs, Rowan. It's going to be tighter affair, and I think from there we will just see a couple of attacking play. Yeah, that's a silly rule, Rowan. I don't agree with that. I think they should change it. If you take a quick tap, then it should be up to you. It's the risk that you take. I mean, it's that's milking a penalty or milking a try, and I don't really like that. It's something that they should get rid of in rugby.
Absolutely. I must say, since Ryan Clark's come onto the field, a little bit more impetus into the game, and trust me, this Rondebosch side are going to be fuming after that 7-pointer that they've just conceded. They're going to come out firing here. Mark my words, Henny, we're going to see a Rondebosch side that's on fire, but they're way better than they've been in the last 5 minutes.
Well taken there by KES. Marusi waiting. He's out to the substitute fly off. He substituted Morrison.
Very well done, James van Rensburg there, intercepting the attempted pass inside. Small knock on by KES, says the referee. And Rondebosch to feed the ball. Robbie Davis is going to feed. Lovely camera shot we got from our tight camera angle on the 22 line. Referee on the spot. Davies got the ball. Ready with the feed. Looked like an early shove there by guys having a little chat there to number 3, Keegan Glade from KES. Got our lively Ajmuddin, the hooker, who's given him a piece of his mind. But this is rugby, Henny.
Yeah, I'm just glad Rondebosch made the right decision to go for touch. As we know, Rowan, as we've seen in the previous matches, you cannot convert any points from that position. For some other reason, it's impossible. We haven't seen a kick go over, so they went for touch, which is a good thing.
I think we should dub it the Warnich angle.
The impossible Warnich angle. Rondebosch to feed. Oh. And now it's Davies waiting. Forwards driving forward. KES should now try and defend. Already penalty advantage. Davies waiting. Lost it forward, but at least they already have the penalty. Interesting. They are again in a position where I believe you cannot convert into 3 points, or rather go for touch, which is exactly what they're doing.
Touch finder there by Sam Cragg. I'd love to see the ball go through the hands and get through Sam Cragg and DJ Falconer, and maybe to those 2 danger men, Manani and Mike Muvana.
Beautifully taken there by, it looks like Goatley. It's either Goatley or Trudeau. Braden Trudeau. Now they're driving forward. Davies waiting. It looks like it's coming back to Rondebosch. Davies. Now he's going down the line.
Here's the danger men.
With a little bit of space into Falconer. Davies waiting. Now they're coming this way. Long pass out to Sally, and that's the man who already scored. Ajmuddin. Suib Ajmuddin, he already scored a try in the first half. Lively little hooker.
Little knock on there by Rondebosch in the attempt for them to get over the line.
It's this number 14 of Rondebosch. He looks a strong guy, and look at him.
She was, specimen. Big shoulders, big legs.
Minani.
Fast.
Amoni Minani, he already scored. KES to feed. KES under pressure there from Davies. And now Minani couldn't gather that one. It's being chased. Scrappy for Rondebosch. And penalty to KES. Will they take a quick tap? Marusi, he wants to take the quick tap.
I thought the same player that knocked it on picked it up. But anyway, referee's way closer than I am. This is not the sparkling rugby that Rondebosch usually plays, and I think they'd certainly want to have a quick chat and get themselves firing again. You can see Shane Robertson, flank of Rondebosch, having some words as well.
Marusi, wonderfully done there by Marusi. Now it's down the line for KES. They've got some space. Stolen. It's unfortunately on the opposite side of the field, so difficult to see. But it looks like a line out. No, it's going to be a scrum. And it's Rondebosch ball.
Yeah, Henny, this game has gone to sleep a little bit, eh? Probably like us.
Yeah, it's not the same as the previous game. Was so exciting. Maybe it was a bit of a one-sided affair, but here none of the teams seem to get going. They've got nice, quick guys at the back, but we haven't seen much of them. A lot of silly mistakes. There's Falconer now breaking inside. Forwards joining, Davies waiting. We're just losing our notes here in this wind that's blowing from our back. Still anybody's game. Rondebosch leading with only a 5-pointer. Still, I feel like KES is leading the territory the last 5 minutes or so. Rondebosch stuck in their half. The kick was nicely contested, but unfortunately they knocked on. If you're watching, please send us a tweet at School Sport Live. We would love to hear from you and where you're watching from. Also, if you have any inside information into some of these players or the schools, please let us know.
She was a bit of a Hail Mary pass.
That is Davies. Davies, he's got men on the outside. Falconer breaking inside, and he's going to run around. DJ Falconer.
There's a lovely pass there, Henny, by Robbie Davies.
Davies, he ran out of speed there, but luckily he had the vision and the presence of mind to see Falconer on his outside, and a wonderful try. A breakaway try from Rondebosch against the runner play, and also they've been stuck in their half for the last 5 minutes, and they managed to score that beautiful try.
I do feel for Ryan Clark there. He's trying to do something a little bit different. Tried the little flip pass over the top, and hopefully one of his players to run onto it, and actually did the reverse, and Davies intercepting the ball and almost running the length of half the field, running out of steam, as Annie said. And then finding a very well-weighted pass and finding the big frame of DJ Falcon, who scores his second try. Scoreboard now moves on to 22 points to 12. Conversion to come. I think that this is Sam Craig with a conversion. Lovely camera angle we have here. He's visualizing the kick.
It's not. I know what you want to say.
It's
Rowan.
not quite where
It's not quite my angle.
It's not the Varnich angle.
No, that was slightly straighter. So I wouldn't.
Nonetheless, a very good kick. Considering the wind conditions, he should have been another 5 meters to the right, and then he'd have been in that voodoo kicking area that no one's been able to kick from.
Yeah, no, well done to Rondebosch, and also that conversion. KES starting play against Sally.
Sally's really been a thorn in the flesh of. Is that directly out?
Looks like it is. I mean, that's been the story of Rondebosch. I mean, they stay in their half, but then they manage to break away.
Rondebosch have won this back.
To the blind side, wonderful vision there from Davies, the vice captain, and also the one that was instrumental in their try just now by Falconer. KES now trying to launch an attack from deep, coming to our side, missing the kick there, and then Minani. I think Minani stole that ball. Minani got it out as well. And now they're going wide to the left. Davies with a long pass. Slightly lateral at the moment. They should be careful now. Davies with a chip over the top. And the number 13 for KES, which is Kennedy Mpeku, who's gathering that quite well. Now the forwards are KES joining. They're waiting. Marusi out to number 20, which is Clark now, the replacement who replaced Morrison, I think. Marusi, Clark. A nice break there. Can't see the number, but it looks like Leon Peku, if I'm not mistaken. Davies coming back this side. Now the forwards joining. They should win this back. Davies waiting. That looks like offside play by Rondebosch, but anyway, they carry on.
It's Kluter.
He's a strong, big unit. Davies. Clark. The defense of Rondebosch looks strong. Davies waiting for it. He's on his knees in the middle of the ruck.
Marusi, the scrum half.
It's Marusi. Apologies. Marusi.
This is better from KES.
Yeah, they're looking to attack now. Unfortunately, Ryan Clark loses that ball in contact.
But I think that's in the game so far. I think it's the best continuity we've seen from KES so far. Passing the ball around, and I must say, as soon as they get the ball, as soon as 11, 12, and 15 and 14 get a sniff of the ball, they really look dangerous.
Yeah, that was a very nice passage of play from KES. They looked to construct a couple of phases and hit with the backs when they were ready. That looked good. I see there's a replacement scrum half now on. Marusi is off. And it looks like it's Tyler Haywood.
We also have Masipa on, who did the run down the flank earlier. Number 19. Tall and lanky, fast for a flank. He's the one doing the chasing here as well. Got Mpeku looking for the quick one there. Just possibly on for a split second, but I think sanity prevailed there and gave the ball down and get your replacement hooker, Dylan Whitcomb. Dylan's going to put the ball into the line out here. I have a funny feeling we've got Kluter in the mixture again. Let's have a look. Very well taken.
That's the replacement, Taylor Haywood. And an interception.
Is this the hat-trick man?
Mr. Falconer, DJ Falconer, he's going to score an easy try.
That's his third try, Henny. Hat-trick man, DJ Falconer.
He's a big guy, but that's what Rondebosch, they played without territory most of this game. The man that was the second or third interception, which led to tries. So good vision. I mean they're playing the game and they're doing very well. Well done to Rondebosch. And that was whilst KES were attacking for the last 5 minutes in Rondebosch territory, and they look dangerous. I thought KES was quite unfortunate not to score any points whilst they were there.
I think that's sometimes what happens. Your better sides tend to strangle you later. Got a message here from Richard. Says, sitting here in Abu Dhabi, UAE, watching the two schools I went to playing, loving it. Thanks, Richard. Richard Harris, that is, out of Abu Dhabi. I was there 3 days ago. Conversion to come. And it's over. Very well done.
Well done, Richard. If you could just clarify, did you go to both those schools?
Yeah, that was a bit contradictory. Sitting here in Abu Dhabi, UAE, watching the two schools I went to playing. Did you go to both? Yeah, that's an interesting question.
That'll be interesting. If you did, please let us know on Twitter. That'll be
Watch the replay here of DJ Falconer.
DJ Falconer, what a nice name, huh?
Gee whiz, it's right up there with Fatboy Slim.
KES now attacking.
Referee's got his arm out there. Got a substitution. Got number 17, Luke Woolway. He's just replaced, is it Calvin Millis? Couldn't really see. Is it 12? Now the formation that we can see here, that you can't see, is the whole KES backline is on our side of the field. There's not one player on the far side of this scrum. You hope there isn't a tight head, yeah, Annie?
Yes, we've seen Rondebosch can be, it looks like a very strong scrum from Rondebosch, but still coming out on the side of KES. Poor pass there. Number 13 for KES, Kennedy Mpeku. Trying to, oh, that looks like a high tackle. Not so thinks the referee. Taylor Haywood waiting for it. Their passing is very aggressive, KES. I think they could be a bit more subtle in their passing, but Clark slipped.
The gap was on there. If he could just kept his footing, I think he'd have been, could potentially have hit that gap.
And
Did
the
open up
referee
beautifully.
is pointing, the referee just gave a yellow card there.
Henny, I actually think it might have gone for the previous infringement, where you said it was a bit high. That's all I could think.
Oh, Calvin Millis. Calvin Millis is now off the field. Sorry, on the wrong side. Sam Craig.
Sam Craig, yeah, the goal kicker. We'll have to, well, the beauty of this platform is we afterwards, if you wondered what that is for, you can go watch it. Coach is actually asking, and he's raising his arms and going, I'm not quite sure what that is for. All that I can think is there was quite a little high tackle, the movement before that, and maybe the touch judge gave him prompted him to do that. Not sure. We'll see later. Very well worked move here by KES. Bit of obstruction, unfortunately. So I think that's the story of KES's day. You know, everything that they've put up some nice moves together and just couldn't really finish and get continuity going.
There's about 10 minutes left in this match, so I think the Rondebosch guy will be lucky if he comes back on the field at all. So KES should now use this opportunity. They're playing against 14 men. They've got nothing to lose. So use your runners outside and give the ball some air. I mean, it will be nice to see them score another try or two. Rondebosch now stuck in their danger area, desperately wanting to get away from there. So it will be up to Sally to control it at the back for Davies, who's been instrumental in the Rondebosch attack thus far. He's been impressive.
Let's have a look. Both sides have really been trying their best, but I don't think neither of I think they're both a little disappointed, I would think. Sali with a breakaway, staying on his feet.
He's a strong fella. Sali's still going. And now Davies. Long pass out, skip pass. The strong number 14, Minani.
I think we both agree we'd love to see Minani with a bit of space. Ball in hand.
I was so looking forward to this half because he's playing on this side, but nothing of the sort. Seeing Francois Pina hanging out here. His son is captaining the Bishop side, so maybe he's coming for a bit of support.
Henny, they struggled against Boys High. Was it last week before?
Yeah, the week before. It was quite a disappointing one-sided affair. KES now trying to attack. Yeah, but they didn't look the team that we got used to. That nice running rugby. They were very lateral in that match, and I think the score was 58 points to 12. I think the end result was.
Yeah, Bishop's always playing incredibly enterprising rugby. They play a beautiful brand of rugby, but sometimes the results don't always go their way.
Yeah, I think what I saw in that match is they've got one. I think he's actually the loose head prop, but he looks like a tight head. He's a big unit. He comes from Robertson. I would love
JP Smith.
JP Smith, that's correct. He's an outstanding player and somebody to watch. So maybe they can get it together then, but they must be able to attack with their forwards as well. They were just too keen to get the ball to the backs, and they were very lateral. Rondebosch probeer nou uit hulle halfgebied uitkom en 'n lang skop. Fantastiese skop daardeur. What do you call him? Magic Mike.
Here we go.
Magic Mike Mavunana. Just seeing if I can get some scores from some of the other tournaments across the country. I'm looking at specifically at Wilderklawe. I think Paul Roos is playing RTS Middelburg at the moment. Trying to see a score there. Yeah, it looks like the score. Paul Roos playing RTS Middelburg in at Diamantveld in Kimberley. The score there after 29 minutes is 22 to Paul Roos and 5 to Middelburg. See if we can get you more scores as we go along. In the meantime, please feel free to send us a tweet at School Sport Live. Will be great to hear from you. Where you from? Where you watching from? We just heard from Richard in Abu Dhabi. Did he respond there?
Yes, we actually got a response from Richard in Abu Dhabi, who says he went to Rondebosch Boys Preparatory School from 72 to 78. KES from 80 to 84, played at Paul Boys High, Wynberg and Rondebosch Boy High School end of season tour. Yasmin, my daughter, watching with me here. Hello, Yasmin. Thanks very much for that. So you did indeed play for both sides then.
Yeah, well done, Richard, and hi to Yasmin for watching some schoolboy rugby from afar.
31 points to 12. Rondebosch lead. It's a bit of a stop-start affair in the second half. Certainly not the flowing, beautiful game that we had in the first half. Got some of the old boys on the far side giving their 5 cents worth. It's nothing nicer than getting the comments of armchair commentators, Henny, like us.
Yeah, you have the real thing. The backstreet driver / armchair commentators. Sally leaving the field now. He's been impressive. The 8th man of Rondebosch. I enjoyed him.
Very much. Very much. He can really be proud of his game. I think he stood up and really led that pack and picked up the ball behind the scrum and got them over the advantage line most times than not. Really, really impressive.
Another replacement, number 17. It looks like Chulu Mputing. Coming on, I think he's coming on for Thomas Rosenworth.
Yes, we also got Trudeau that's off the park, and we've got Robertson that's also been given a rest. Sali that's been taken off. So I think the whole bench has been used. There goes Magic Mike.
There's the flyer. What a wonderful try. Number 15, Magic Mike Muvuvana. Rowan warned me before the match that this guy will definitely score or come close to scoring a wonderful try. If we can see a replay, that was a fantastic try from Magic Mike Mavuvana.
Well, there we go. Just as I said, the game was becoming a little dull. Magic Mike turns up the heat and Shows us why he has that lovely nickname.
And he had another gear. He had.
There we go.
we
Inside
go.
out. And there's the gas.
And I think the Manani was the dummy runner cutting to the inside. Everybody thought he was going to give to him. So it was just a wonderful play. And he slam dunks that ball down.
I think that slam dunk was indicative of his frustration in the game so far.
And let's see, that kick is not out of range.
He's back on the park just in the nick of time, isn't he?
Oh, he came back, the number 12, and that's also the end of the match.
I think the score's true reflection, Henny. I think I'll quickly touch on a few players from the KES side that stood out. Same as the first half. I think the Kluter really tried very hard. I thought the replacement fly half ignited the backline to a degree a bit more than Morrison did. So well done to Ryan Clark, although he did put a little pop pass in that was intercepted. But Rondebosch were a much better team today.
Yeah, Rondebosch, well done. I think unfortunately we out of time. For everybody watching from afar, please stay tuned. There's some other matches coming up. Schoolboy Rugby, fantastic festival rugby live from Wynberg in the wonderful Cape Town. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to Rondebosch for beating KES in this wonderful match.
Good afternoon.